Hey guys, this is Vimal here and welcome back to another video on my channel. So since the past few days we've been doing a lot of PC related tech videos as well as some other tech gadgets. So I thought today is Sunday, right? Let's do something special and touch a different category tech product. And guess what? We've got something really cool just on time. So I've got some brand new smartphones from Samsung, guys. Samsung has launched two brand new smartphones in the last week. One is the Galaxy A31 and the second is a very affordable Galaxy M11, and in this video we'll be unboxing them and talking about all the special features and highlights of these brand new phones from Samsung. So let's get started. First we'll unbox the affordable variant, the Galaxy M11, and then we'll move on to the A31. There's nothing much to talk about the box. It's a simple white box just like Samsung's other M series phones. By the way, the M11 comes in two variants, 3 plus 32 and 4 plus 64 GB variant. The one we have right now is a 3 plus 32 GB model. Alright then, let's get started. At the top there's an accessory box which includes some paperwork. Make sure to read that. And one more thing to mention, you don't get any free case in the box. So here it is, our brand new Galaxy M11. The M11 comes in three colors. We've got the standard black color model. And lastly, you get a 15-watt fast adaptive charger, a USB Type-C cable, and a SIM card ejection tool. That's it, these are all the items you got in the package. Now let's finally check out the phone. So this is how the new Galaxy M11 looks like. As soon as you hold it, you can tell that the phone feels quite lightweight as it weighs only around 168 grams and has a thickness of around 9 mm because of that beefy 5000 mAh battery. Unlike the other M series phones, the M11 has a uniform matte finish and looks decent from our first impressions. The M11 has a 6.4-inch HD Plus Infinity O display on the front. This is the first budget phone from Samsung to feature a punch-hole selfie camera, so it stands out at that point. And talking about the camera, it's got an 8-megapixel f2.0 selfie camera and an earpiece just beside that. Well, that's pretty much it. There is nothing much on the front side. Going to the right, it's got some buttons over here, which includes a power and a volume rocker. They feel tactile and clicky. At the top side, we've got a secondary noise cancelling mic and a 3.5mm headphone jack. To the left side, it only has a SIM card tray, which is a traditional type featuring 2 nano SIMs and a microSD card slot. Moving to the bottom part, there's a primary microphone, a USB Type-C port for charging, and a single down-firing speaker. And this, my friends, is how the back of Galaxy M11 looks like. Not bad, right? Matte black looks decent for the price, and I have to say the build quality is really good. The body is made of a polycarbonate material, has a Samsung logo on the bottom, and doesn't attract that much of fingerprints also. Going to the top, the M11 features a rear fingerprint scanner placed at a good and easily accessible position. Now let's talk about the cameras. This is a main highlight that sets this phone apart from the competition. It's got a triple camera setup with a 13-megapixel f1.8 main shooter, a 5-megapixel f2.0 ultra-wide, and lastly a 2-megapixel f2.4 for depth sensing. There's also a tiny LED flash just beside that. Well guys, that's it. That was a complete physical overview on the M11. By the time the phone boots up, let's unbox the other phone, the Galaxy A31. So here it is, the Galaxy A31 is a mid-range phone that features really good features for the price. It currently comes only in one variant with 6 gigs of RAM and 128 GB of internal storage. Let me open the box and show you the phone. On opening the box, we've got the phone at the top. It's available in three colors. We have the most beautiful looking variant, the Prism Crush Blue. Unlike the M11, it doesn't have a punch hole camera. It's got the regular Infinity U notch at the top. There we go. Wow, now that feels good in the hand. And by the way, love these rainbow-like reflections on the back. Along with the phone, you get the usual 15-watt fast adaptive charger, a USB Type-C cable, and a pair of basic wired earphones from Samsung. And don't forget, there's also a hidden box under the top cover, which includes a SIM ejection tool, all your documents, and a free clear case in the box. The quality of the case looks good. Now let's finally check out the phone, the new Galaxy A31. Damn guys, this phone feels good in the hand. It's got a blocky form factor, weighs around 185 grams, and has a thickness of around 8.6 mm. But I have to say, I love the looks of this phone. On the front, the phone has a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus Infinity U Super AMOLED display. Yes, it's got an Infinity U notch with a 20 megapixel f2.2 camera at the top, and a tiny earpiece just above that. Just like the previous M11, going to the right it's got two buttons, power and a volume rocker, only a secondary microphone at the top, a traditional type SIM card tray on the left, and going to the bottom there's a 3.5mm headphone jack, a USB Type-C port, a primary microphone, and a single down-firing speaker. And here's how the phone looks from the back. We've already seen this, right? It produces beautiful rainbow-like reflections when light falls on it. The build quality is also very good. The back is made of a high-quality polycarbonate material. Now let's talk about the cameras. The A31 has a quad camera setup with a 48 megapixel f2.0 main shooter, a 8 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide angle camera, a 5 megapixel f2.4 macro camera as well, and lastly a 5 megapixel camera for depth sensing. There's also a tiny LED flash just beside that. So that was our complete overview on the design and the build quality. Now what I'll do is I'll quickly power it on and show you both the phones side by side. Alright guys, I'm back. I've completely set up both the phones and we're good to go. We've got the M11 on the left and the Galaxy A31 on the right. The A31, being a bit more expensive phone, features some extra features like lift to wake and also always on display, which are not present on the M11. And also the A31 comes with an on-screen fingerprint scanner, while the M11 comes with a regular rear fingerprint scanner. The on-screen fingerprint scanner on the A31 is fast, accurate, and unlocks the phone almost all the time. Now let's check out the one on the M11. Not bad. Of course there's a fraction of a second delay, but still good for the price. It was working accurately almost all the time. Putting both the phones side by side, you can see a big difference as the M11 has a 720p HD Plus TFT screen, whereas the A31 has a 1080p Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display. But again guys, this is not a comparison or something. Both of them are completely different price segment phones and it's not fair to compare them. I'm just showing you the difference between a TFT and a Super AMOLED panel. Talking about the performance, the M11 on the left is powered by Snapdragon's 450 octa-core CPU, and the A31 on the right has MediaTek's Helio P65 CPU. I totally didn't understand why Samsung used a Snapdragon 450 CPU on the M11. To be honest, it's an outdated CPU. They should have at least used their own Exynos 7904 on this model. It was much better than the SD450. On day-to-day usage, you won't feel any sort of lags or stutters. The UI was pretty smooth on both of them, but we'll have to see how they'll perform while gaming. Out of the box, the M11 has around 20 GB of usable free space, while the A31 has around 103.2 GB. So let me just quickly play some videos on YouTube and show you the display quality. The Super AMOLED display on the Galaxy A31 looks amazing guys. Love the punchy colors, everything looks sharp and crisp, and the white balance was also good. The TFT panel on the M11 looks fairly good enough for the price, but I feel the display has a bit of green tint in it and not that color accurate. Also, I felt Samsung should have used a Full HD Plus panel instead of a 720p one, considering that there are a lot of phones that actually offer Full HD Plus display around that price point. Okay, I guess it's time to end this here for today. We'll continue with all the detailed features and discussion in my full review video. Well guys, that's it for today. That was my video on these brand new phones from Samsung, the Galaxy M11 and the Galaxy A31. So I'll be using these phones for quite some time before I can give my full review on it. And in the full review, we'll talk about the display quality, we'll talk how the CPUs on them are performing, we'll talk about the battery life, and as well as the camera section guys. So apart from these, if you have any other questions you want to ask about the phones, just let me know in the comment section down below. And along with that, if you want some comparison videos as well, just let me know. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more new awesome videos. And I'll see you guys in my next one.